Hey guys, this is Brian over here on Montez Media, and today I'm going to be showing you how to do this Tetris text right here, how to incorporate your 3D text into a photograph. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. Go and delete some of these layers here. Alright, the first thing we're going to want to do is grab our 3D text and drag it into our image here, using the move tool, of course. Alright, there we go. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and click Control T just to size it and position it where we want. I'm going to go ahead and hold Shift to keep the scale of it. That's looking pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and actually squish mine down. I like the more bulky look here. Look a little bigger. Oop. Here we go. Go and check mark that when you're done. Alright, get that final little tweak there. Alright, I think that's looking pretty. Actually, I'm going to make that a little smaller. Alright, that looks pretty good. Next thing I'm going to go is go to Image, Adjustments, and Curves. This is just going to match the color scheme of our photograph and match that with the, or actually match the color scheme of the text with the color scheme of the photograph. So I'm going to go ahead and just darken up my colors here. And just get that just where you want it. And I'm lightening it up just a tad there. That's looking pretty good. Go ahead and click OK on that. Next thing we're going to want to do is go ahead and go up to Filter, Blur, Gaussian Blur. And what we're going to do here is, see how my photograph right here, this part here is in focus and this part's blurry. See, all this is blurry. So this is what we're doing, is matching that. But of course we don't want it to look too blurry because we still want it to stand out. So that's why I'm going to go with very slightly, maybe 0.3. 0.3, maybe 0.4 actually. 0.4. Yep, that's pretty swell. Go 0.4 on that. Alright, well the next thing we're going to do is go ahead and zoom in. I'm going to click Alt and scroll in on my mouse. We're going to go ahead and click the eraser tool here. I'm going to use a size of around 10 and a hardness of 0 for this. Alright, and then we're just going to go right along the bottom of our text here. We're just going to make it look as if this text is just sitting right inside of this grass. You know, the grass would kind of go up over it. And just kind of sell the effect here that our text is sitting there. Alright, there we go. Go back to the move tool. I'm going to click Control 0 just to snap back here. And that's looking pretty good. Next thing we're going to want to do is click Control J to duplicate that layer. And then we're going to go to Control T, get back to here. We're going to click right click and flip vertical. And I'm just going to move that down here. Check mark that. This is going to become our shadow. So we're going to hold Control and click the thumbnail of our text. So you're going to get this right here, this selection. Then we're going to go to our eraser tool. I'm going to use a pretty big brush, doesn't really matter, but make sure you're coloring in with black. And we're just going to color right over that, right there. Alright, then we're going to click Control D to deselect that. Next thing we're going to go to do is go to Filter, Blur, and back to Gaussian Blur. And we're just going to turn that up pretty high, somewhere around 15, maybe a little higher on this. 25 looks pretty good. Alright, click OK on that. And now I'm going to go back to Control T and click this little warp tool up here. And I'm just going to warp this just to move it around because the sun is coming from over here, obviously. And just kind of move that as if the sun was coming from over there. And then we'll go ahead and check mark that. It's looking pretty good. And I'm going to go ahead and drop the opacity on this pretty far down, maybe in the 60s. 65 looks pretty good. Maybe a little lower. 50, 57, whatever. Alright, that's looking pretty good. And then the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go down here and create a new layer using this create new layer icon. And I'm just going to whip out a pretty large brush. Probably crank this up somewhere around 400, 500 pixels. Oh yeah, it's looking pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and zoom out. Once again, Alt and zoom in on the keys. Make sure I have black selected. And I'm just going to go around the edge here and make it a little pretty dark here. Holding shift to keep my brush in a straight line. Alright, there we go. I'm going to click Control 0, snap back to here, and then I'm just going to drop the opacity somewhere around 70, 60 in there just to give me that light. What this vignette does here is it just adds that little bit of focus in this image just to give it that kind of a darker feel. And you know, that's the effect. If you like it, then go ahead, hit the like button down below. Go ahead and subscribe for more content like this. Any tips, go ahead and drop in the comments below. Everyone have a nice day.